Welcome to WordAI. It's a new type of spinner, and this is the official video that I've just dubbed over to give my little take on it. So here's an example of some very poorly spun content, and that's the sort of thing a standard spinner might give you if you don't take control and care of what it's trying to do. So here's something they're spinning about, I don't know how you pronounce that, acai berries. I will thank him if he gives me food. Now, using the Turing spinner here, it can turn I will thank him if he gives me food into, and there it's put the spin tax in it. If he gives me food, if he gives food to me, he will be thanked by me. So it's not just spun the words there, it's understood the meaning and the context of the words. It's actually created a new sentence that doesn't even have the verb and noun in the same order, but it still makes sense. You can see what it's done there. The subject of the sentence, I, and him, is the object of the sentence. I think I've got that right. Or is the food the object? Anyway, it's understood the object and subject, verb and noun relationship, and can rearrange the entire sentence. So it's not just words replaced with synonyms, or even phrases arranged with synonyms. It's entire sentences restructured uniquely. And that's something that I've not come across any sort of spinner that does before, even those that take n-gram and parts of speech into account. I bought milk and eggs, etc. Today I purchased eggs, milk and apples. Then I think here, see, it's taken the today and put it to the front of the sentence. And you can see how milk can appear in different parts of the sentence depending on how it is used in the sentence, how the sentence is constructed. And it's multiple level also. You can see there are, I'm just looking at myself, it's something they don't point out in the actual standard video. There's about four levels of depth. There's three depth levels of spin tax there. Okay, and here's the word suspect, which is used three different suspect, the noun, the suspect, the person who is suspected of committing a crime. He looked rather suspect to me, which I think is an adjective, and I suspect he did it, which is, oh my god, what is that? The suspect defendant was found guilty. Rather, suspect, suspicious, questionable, funny. I suspect, imagine, suppose, guess he did it. Now you couldn't swap those over. It has to be the right set of synonyms in the right place, so that it understands, depending on the context of the word suspect, where in the sentence it would fit. My sense of time was a bit off. I've realised that people sometimes make no sense. So the sense as in one of your six senses, or your, I don't think a sense of time is one of your six senses, and the way in which people relate to each other in that sense. Again, it gets it right. Sense as in perception, sense as in realisation, and it's understood the difference there. Now, in practical terms, I've been using WordAI now for just a couple of weeks, but I've already got to the point where I trust it to create my first tier linking content. Now, those that follow my methods will know I'm very, very conscious of my first tier links, because I believe to get the best value out of them, they have to be legible. And the reason they have to be legible is because I want people who read them on the high quality sites I put them on, like WordPress.com, like Tumblr, like Blogger, like Blog, like Soup.io, like all the rest, and the high PR wikis and the high PR article sites. I want people to read them to feel inclined to click through to my landing pages. If they just perform as a link that a webmaster would probably delete anyway if it was too spammy, or Google would ignore if it was plagiarized, if it was just managed to escape those two tests and just performed as a link, to me that's only doing half the job good first tier should do. Better content will do three things for you that bad first tier content won't. Firstly, it's more likely to be approved. A webmaster is going to read it, see it as legible, and say, I approve this for publication on my site. Secondly, Google is more likely to like it. It's getting better and better with each update at understanding the way in which sentences are structured. It understands n-grams and structures and mixtures of words. Now it's not perfect and there are still ways around it, but I'm not looking for a quick fix. I'm not looking for a quick way around it that will work for now and maybe get hammered in the next update. I want it to pass Google as well. So it's past the webmaster, it's past Google. The third and probably the most important thing is I want somebody who reads it to actually see, this is a valuable piece of written work, and when they see a link embedded in that work or in the resource box at the bottom of that work, I'd like them to be inclined to click on it and then go through to my website. If they don't do that, to me it's only achieving half its value. So if it gets past the webmaster approval, which more and more sites have now, which good quality content is far more likely to do, if it gets past Google plagiarism check, which good quality content is far more likely to do, I then want it to be good enough for somebody who lands on that page to consider clicking through to my landing page from it. So there's the 3 acid tests, and this is where I believe WordAI does the job. It's finished there, my vid's finished. So Squitty, signing off.